We are going to look at 15 super simple everyday phrases that will make you sound way more natural when you're talking. Ready? Let's jump in. One of the trickiest things when you're learning English is making that jump from correct English to, natural English. In school, it's all about perfect grammar, right? But then you get into a real life conversation and things are way more relaxed, more casual.
Okay, let's try something. I'm going to ask you a really common question, and I want you to think about how you'd normally answer. Ready? How was your day? Go on, what would you say?
So maybe you thought of saying something like, my day was good, I completed my work, and returned home. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly correct. But a native speaker, they'd probably just say something like, not bad. See the difference? It's short, it's casual, and it just gets the point across. And that is exactly what we're aiming for today.
So here's our plan. We'll start with some phrases for agreeing with people. Then we'll cover what to say when you're not so sure. After that, a few really useful phrases for just everyday chats. And to finish up, we'll practice it all together. Sound good?
All right, first up, phrases for agreeing. These are so important. They're what you use to show someone, hey, I'm with you, or I get what you're saying. Using these will make your conversations feel so much smoother and honestly a lot more friendly.
Okay, let's look at a few. First, sounds good. This one is a classic. It just means that's a good idea. Someone says, let's meet at 7, you say, sounds good, easy. Then there's that works, super similar to sounds good. It just means the plan is okay with you. And finally, I get it. This is such a simple and natural way to just say, I understand. Here are a couple more for you. Fair enough. You use this when someone gives you a reason for something and you think, yeah, that's a reasonable point. Like, I'm tired, so I'm leaving early. Fair enough. Then we have good point. This is what you say when someone makes a really smart observation. And what about when someone is explaining something? A perfect response is, that makes sense. It just shows them you're following along.
Okay, moving on. What about when you don't actually know the answer? Or maybe the answer isn't a simple yes or no. Well, don't worry, these next phrases are going to be your best friend in those situations.
So, if you think something is probably true, but you're not totally sure, you can say, I guess so. It's a great little phrase. If you flat out don't know the answer to something, just say, I'm not sure. It's simple, it's honest, it's perfect. And for those tricky questions that don't have just one answer, it depends is what you need. Do you like working from home? It depends.
Just two more in this section. If someone asks you for some information you don't have right now, you can say, I'll check. It's like saying, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. Like, do we have any milk? I'll check. Then there's not really. This is a fantastic one for when you want to say no, but a little more softly. It's more polite than just a flat no. Did you enjoy the movie? Not really. All right, on to our last group of phrases, and these are the big ones. These are some of the most common phrases you're going to hear literally everywhere in all kinds of daily situations. We're talking friends, family, at the store, you name it. Let's dive in. If someone says sorry, like, oh man, sorry I'm late, a super friendly thing to say is, no worries. It just means it's okay. And when someone says, thank you can absolutely say, no problem. It's super common. And what if you make a small mistake? Just own it with a quick, my bad. It's a really casual way to say, oops, that was my fault. Oh, and here's a really, really useful one. If you just need a moment, instead of saying something formal like, please wait, just say, give me a second. It's so much more natural. Okay, we've covered a lot of new phrases, so you know what that means. It's time to put them to the test. Seriously, the best way to make these stick is to practice. So let's do a couple of examples right now, together. Just listen to this little exchange and notice how natural it feels. Person A says, maybe we can meet for coffee. And person B replies, sounds good. Then A says, actually, maybe later in the afternoon. And B says, that works. See that? It's so short, so quick, and it just flows. No need for long, complicated sentences at all. Okay, now it's your turn. Imagine this. Your friend shows up late and says, sorry I'm late. What could you say back that's natural and friendly? Go on, have a think. Did you think of one? You could totally say no worries or no problem. Either one is perfect. They both show that everything is cool and you're not upset. Awesome job. So what's the big secret here? It's that you don't need these huge, complex sentences to sound like a native speaker. Not at all. The real secret is using these little phrases. They're the things that make your conversations feel so much more relaxed and, well, real. So before we wrap up, think back on all the phrases we just went over. Was there one that made you go, oh, I've never heard that before? Okay, here's my challenge for you. Try to use it today. Seriously, even if you're just saying it out loud to yourself, just try it out.